This is House of Machismo. Warning: listening to House of Machismo could be hazardous to your health. Discontinue use if you develop cramps, swollen feet, dry mouth, or are having trouble swallowing. If you are pregnant or planning on becoming pregnant or experience an erection lasting longer than 3 hours, please consult your doctor. More serious side effects may occur, including irregular heart rhythm and sudden death. You're listening to House of Machismo.
What I was saying about that is that women fighter pilots, I would understand the personality on screen because she was very like Nick or Fury, like that. She's not like Scarlett Johansson, who's like just minimal words and just goes and does what she's gonna do, and then she just gives a sexy pose.
But I think I like that better because it's a woman.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to fucking date a guy.
Well, of course not. Well, I mean, she doesn't look like a guy at all.
No. But with that, she reminds me of. Have you seen those memes where people say, when women go bruh, and you seen those where it says how girls who say bruh look, and it's like an ogre, and all these butchy ass ladies.
Look,
it's just certain things that, in my opinion,
I'm going to tell you, I don't want to put mine in her because I'm on Captain Marvel because I'm afraid it just gets like shocked off or something like that. Like, oh god, she has like a proton blast or something.
And then she makes all these fucking stupid jokes. That's what I don't like. I mean, bitch, I mean, I don't.
She didn't write it.
That if I
no, anyway,
went into a shootout and all that, he's like, hey, I guess he's out of ammo.
She didn't write that.
No, I know.
But
know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. This is the persona that they gave her.
They just killed all these people. They chopped their heads off. You're in a shootout. You're punching them, and it's no time for fucking jokes.
It's a Marvel movie.
They need to make these rated R like Logan.
Oh, is that what this whole thing boils down to?
Yeah,
like rated R with Logan. That's
why I like the animes when they're like, oh shit, like they really fucking fuck shit up.
I don't look. One of the things that I know.
You can kill anybody.
Right. Well, have you seen any of the DC animated movies?
Yeah.
They're just. I mean.
Oh no! They need to make it realistic, like Brightburn.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, like oh shit! Like she's so strong, like
that she accidentally killed. Like you see, like.
Yeah, just people.
It's a Disney thing. I mean, they're not gonna. What was it? PG-13 or PG or something? Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so was all the X-Men movies and all that. The DC animated cartoon movies that they do straight to Blu-ray, they're all rated R. Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, there's like blood and guts and people get shot and and they die and all that and they cuss. I remember this one, Lois Lane gives Brainiac the finger, like that. Yeah,
that's cool.
And so it's like that's how it's like. I think DC has this untapped resource that they make awesome animated movies, but their actual big blockbuster ones that are released in the theaters don't.
Well, I think
they don't do.
Was this recent one that just came out?
Which one?
The Dark Phoenix, isn't it? That's what they keeps coming out on them feeds. Like, oh, they didn't make enough money.
Yeah, it bombed.
Yeah.
I like the story just because I just like it. Anything having to do with that kind of stuff.
I think I agree with one of the posts about it where it's like it's just not cool anymore because it's almost like they're just making everything. Did you see the article about the cartoons, why Marvel the X-Men succeeded for so long in the cartoon was because they followed the traditional, the story. It's continuous, whereas in the movies, they're jumping all over the place. Like, this movie doesn't even correlate with this movie's about something else, and it's like, it's just too much to be, it's like, this
doesn't have anything to do with the last time. It's like, I thought you were building a story, like a long story arc.
Kind of the way, like, maybe that's why the Avengers is so good.
Yeah.
Because people want to continue, like, oh shit. Like,
the story arc. Yeah. And okay, so in storytelling, you resolve. It has an ending. To a movie, you can give an ending to the overall story arc, but you leave something open for later on, which is perfect. And they did it. And then the problem with DC is that they tried doing it too fast. They tried creating something that Marvel took, 10 years to build? And they tried doing it in 3 or 4 years.
Well, but
it doesn't work.
Marvel. Is that Marvel?
Right. No, X-Men, yeah, they did. No, Fox. and
Oh.
X-Men. No, wait, no.
Well, Fox owns
No, no.
Or
No, because Fox
Marvel
does
Comics,
X-Men. Right. But Marvel Comics is the one that did the Avengers. And so Fox handled X-Men. And so, yeah, and that's why you didn't see any crossovers. What I thought would be awesome is that in Endgame, it would be so cool that if they showed how Thanos got those scars on the eye, because apparently Wolverine is what gave him the scars in the eye. And I thought that would be so cool if they showed that. Just a little 2-minute fight, 1-minute fight, whatever, just showed how it happened. And then that's all. And people would just take that home with them and just,
like,
whoa.
I can't wait for that movie.
Right.
Later on, they'd have something people are going to be asking about. Yo, what's up with the whole fucking Wolverine and Thanos?
Exactly.
And then it's like, oh shit, look, people are asking. We can make a movie, but we got to make it great.
But
not like fucking Marvel.
Yeah. Marvel. It's 2 words. Marvel. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what she said in the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know why they chose a girl. Goddamn.
What, Captain Marvel?
Yeah, it's a man. It's supposed to be a man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Originally, it was a man, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It wasn't a girl.
Go ahead and look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
But I'm recording. Put the microphone closer to your mouth.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
there
it
you
up.
Oh, that's another. That's
on.
another criticism someone gave me. It's like Luis doesn't have the microphone close to his mouth. I'm like, well, you tell him. You know, like
Call the show.
yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
you don't have to
Oh shit! I was supposed to call Keith.
Fuck that dude.
K-Rod. No, anyway.
Let me look.
Yeah. Let me put my headphones on.
I like it better.
So quiet.
You should have told him, like, well, he doesn't have it closed because he don't feel like talking.
Right. I did. And then I'm like, he'll check out of certain conversations, and then he'll come back when something piques his interest or America's under attack or something.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But then he has to go change into his America outfit for some reason. He comes back. I was like, holy fuck, that's extra tight, dude.
Let me see. Captain Marvel, which depicted Marvel as a female. Yeah, I don't know. What gender does it? We're fucking looking at for Captain Marvel genders.
Like transgenders?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lady Deadpool. That's gay.
Yeah, see, I don't get that kind of stuff. It's like you make the superhero, and you're either gonna make it a woman or you can make it a dude or transgender, whatever. But the idea is like stick to it. Don't just change it and do a woman version or whatever, the opposite version, just because. There's a woman Thor.
Yeah, Thor and a She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to see that ugly as shit?
Well, yeah.
They're abominations. Women are.
Well, I mean, right? Is that? Oh, I thought that the mutation itself. You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah, that would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine Hulk and some chick, just as big as him.
I know, right?
Imagine
Just-
throwing the temper tantrum.
Well, imagine them getting it on, like in the same apartment.
Oh,
We're like, oh my
it's-
god, what is that?
shit.
What is that?
It's the 1942 fucking California earthquake.
And then when he busts, like, oh my god, the ceiling's leaking.
Shooting stars.
Yeah. So anyway,
I don't know, man, but who cares? Should have been a man.
you heard about the Iron Man gonna be a woman too, right? Like in the comics, they did a version where it's a chick.
It's gonna be Pepper Potts.
No, it's actually it's college. As far as I know, it's a college age woman, a black college age woman.
I mean, well, that's very like anybody could be
Random?
in college. So what? You're saying only?
Young people. Yeah. Yeah, when I associate someone being in college, I'm not talking about like some loser older dude or something.
Teens to early 20s.
18 to 24. So you think the same thing too?
Yeah, it takes 4 years to get a bachelor's.
Well, it just depends because if they have to work for a living and they're single and have a child to raise, it takes a little longer.
Nowadays, they all have childs to raise.
Right? I had him since I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, bunch of whores. And the men too, I guess. I don't know.
No.
Well,
That's so funny. Like, I saw this meme where it says 1995 graduation, and it's a bunch of kids just like, yeah, you know, we're graduating. And then, like, 2019 graduation, a bunch of girls standing pregnant by themselves.
they're like, oh, my baby. That's what happened. I know in my high school there were a lot of pregnant chicks. Like a lot. And apparently it was okay. You know. What?
Yeah, I don't understand how people say that. Oh yeah, it's because oh my god, it's so beautiful. You're so lucky. And like, no, actually, you're so unlucky.
Well, how old were you when you had your first kid? Well, you didn't have them, but
Yeah,
well, you know what I'm talking about.
there it is, a big old.
I know, right?
Probably like a 28.
28.
No,
Why? No, that math does not work out.
no, like 20.
Like 20. Okay, well, at least you waited till after high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was by accident. Right. You're like, oh,
At least
fuck.
I didn't have any accidents during
High school. Right. It was all pre-planned. You're all like,
Pre-planned accident.
yeah. It's like the one time I forgot a condom. Damn it. You tell that to your kid, your oldest. It's like, I didn't have a condom on me that night.
You're not my real son.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know whose kid you are, but I love you, son. No, anyway.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to look. Yeah.
So
yeah.
no, I'm gonna tell you about what I did yesterday.
Oh man.
Yeah, sorry, but it was actually pretty cool.
What did you do?
I went to
A thrift store.
no, your chair's in the garage. Oh. Yeah, but you can't wait to see it. $5.
I wish it was black.
They had a black one, but it had like hairs on it, like pet hairs, like kind of.
Oh, you can't clean it like with tape?
No.
Oh, they were
'cause-
like in there.
yeah, it was like in the fabric.
Oh, that's
And yeah, it's because I know my brother has a similar chair to it, and so you can get like crumbs and stuff stuck in there.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and so I'm like, well, he's not gonna want that.
Yeah,
You know?
crumbs.
Yeah. He's not gonna want shit stuck in there and hairs and all that's not even his.
So what'd you do?
I went to a couple of state.
What did you do?
I went to a couple of state sales.
Oh, I saw that generator.
Yeah. Okay. So when I go
Hey,
to a
you think
state,
it's possible like to back my truck in there and just steal it?
no, like
it's
this.
heavy.
It's not just heavy, but there's no way to get into the backyard without
Oh,
going through the
shit.
house.
Well, I guess I'm going through the house.
You have to go through the house. But the thing is that I like going to estate sales, not because I like to buy shit, but I like looking at the houses.
Yeah,
And this one was like a $2 million house.
and they had a lot of.
No,
furniture.
$3 million house. Property's huge. And, but when you walk in to the house looks nice on the outside, but when you walk in, it's all like closed and cramped. Like,
Oh, I hate
yeah.
that. Old schools, old style.
Yeah. And
No.
there were a lot of additions onto it. But,
It was originally a 300 square foot home in
Probably.
1429.
probably, but we're like going through all the rooms and stuff. And so like
So
everything.
you have to walk in a group.
No, you just
Oh, you
walk
just
in.
walk
Just
around.
walk in. First of all, it was like over there by Northwest Highway between Inwood and.
Is it mostly like white people that do this?
No.
Really?
No, as a matter of fact, there was like this old Mexican guy and his son. They're trying to carry this heavy table down, and they're like, "Oh, espera un momento," and I'm like, "What? Come on, con ganas, let's go." They're like, "Oh no, they hit in la casa." And I'm like, "Okay, well here, I'll get the door for you. You just carry it out and all that."
So what happened?
Okay, so I'm walking through to the garage because I'm thinking the best shit's in the garage.
It was empty.
No. They had like a fucking ping pong table and all that stuff in there. It was actually kind of cool. They had all sorts of tools, but they were all sold. They were just waiting for someone to come back and pick them up. But there's like this little laundry room in between the main house and the garage, and I look out the window and I see something that you wanted, and I'm like, oh my god, Louise would totally want this. I go, oh well. So when I make my way to the backyard, I go ahead and take a picture of it. And I'm like, man, he totally wants this generator. And it was huge. It was big. And I'm like, this is probably what he's talking about. And I thought, man, this is going to make him salivate. And all that. He's probably going to masturbate to the generator, the picture of the generator. And the upstairs had a gay couple that was going from room to room. I think they were trying to buy I think they were opening up a bed and breakfast or something like that. Because that's all they were talking about was like, oh, in that other room we can put this over here, and in this room we can do this, and in the dungeon. we
Oh,
can
like
put
trying
that.
to buy the house.
Well, not the house. No,
the
the
dungeon?
furniture. Right? No, I didn't hear them say dungeon. I just assume gay
Yeah,
couple,
they-
bed and breakfast. They have a dungeon.
Yeah,
no?
that's true.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So anyway, with my friend, we walk into the same room. We're hearing the conversation. So then with my friend, I said, "Hey, what do you think about this bed in our bedroom?" Like I'm asking, like as if my friend's my couple or something like that. I do like doing shit like that. And he starts playing back, and so then like I don't know how to describe it. It might sound a little weird, but I don't know if you ever play gay chicken with one of your friends. Like how far. you know. And so we have like this conversation, like back and forth about, he's like, it doesn't bounce enough because you know how you like the bed to bounce, and I go, you know, like I had nothing, you know. I was like, oh god, okay, he got to me and all that. But then we went to this other house that was right around the corner. And it was a basic house. It was okay, but just because in the neighborhood, it was like probably really overpriced. But I ran into one of my friends from work there. He was actually working there.
Working at the house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
weird.
Oh, yeah. No, he was working security. Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? You know, and I go, oh, I don't talk to the help. Excuse me, I'm going to go looking around.
I'm going to go buy expensive furniture.
You're right.
At this estate sale.
Right. But the funny thing is that everything is, some of it's reasonably priced, other stuff is like overpriced, and all of a sudden you hear everything's half off. I'm like, well, what the fuck? It's like, so we were taken for the money, like, if everything's not worth that much and it's half off now, so it's like, so you were overcharging everybody for all this crap that somebody died and...
Well, I think it's probably because they don't see it moving, so they're like, you know what? It's like, we're going to throw it away anyway. So fuck it.
I doubt that. I mean, the people didn't get rich and then broke by throwing things away.
Well, no, but if you're saying like if it's an estate sale, why? Because of people died, or they just sold a house, or they're no longer,
or they went to bankruptcy, or something like that.
So either
we're buying their crushed dreams.
Yeah, so it's either they sell it for pennies on the dollar or throw it away because
you don't do garage sales, right? You don't. You're not. Okay. So
they have all this used shit.
Yeah,
it's shit I'm trying to get rid of.
So you haven't been in my garage lately. Anyway,
it's a mess.
So the thing is that, and I'll say this because I'm Mexican. But so when I go to like
very weird.
Well, because whenever I go to like garage sales that are done by Mexicans or Latinos, they like to get a lot of that. This is my experience. Is that they want to get like as much of their money back on the item as they can.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I go to like far north Dallas and they just want to get rid of shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what
like
a garage sale is.
Yeah,
it's like Mexicans want to make a store outside,
right? Oh my god, yeah, and they sell like little chicles and stuff like that.
Dude, it's a fucking garage sale. Shit you don't need.
You're right. It's like, and now you want me to buy like shit that you guys make on the side.
Well,
like
brand new, it's $100. I'm selling it for $98.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you know, it's
that.
like, well, first of all, you carved your initials in it, and second of all, the plug is missing. But
okay,
I'll take it. You know,
I'll give you 20. Okay,
you know, but you know, when I would have like when I would go to like far north Dallas to a garage sale, you know, I bought some big ass speakers for like $20, both a pair, and they were huge and they were awesome. You know, I'm like, oh, thank you, white lady, you gave me a great deal.
Yeah,
you know, and shit like that, but. That's how I don't like going in these areas over here. And to be honest, I really don't go very often. But when I do, no, it's like a Dos Equis commercial.
I'll stop every now and then when I'm...
Go on.
At work.
Oh, okay.
No. Like, you know, you'll be in a decent looking neighborhood and then you'll see like something that's worth...
Stopping.
That to me, yeah, because most of the time people are just trying to fucking throw shit out that nobody wants.
If it has clothes or whatever, it's like, fuck that. I'm not stopping.
Yeah, I only go if I see like some kind of power tool sitting on the table, like, oh shit, maybe that, you know. And then, there've been occasions where, you know, I'll stop. It's usually the guys I work with will be like, oh, let me check it out. It's like, God damn, okay.
You're like, okay, you talked me into it. Yeah.
Fine, I guess we won't go to work.
Yeah, I know. It's like, we'll just look at this over here. Oh God,
no, but I found pretty cheap stuff, like, you know, $300 power tool for like, you know, $60.
Yeah, because they just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit.
Because the rich people there bought something even better.
Yeah, yeah, no shit.
It's like, I don't need two of them.
It just sucks because sometimes I'll see stuff and it's like, not there, just stuff, you know, on the marketplace or offer up or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, I don't need it. But damn, this thing's like 75% off. Like, goddamn.
Man, dude, I don't do offer up anymore. People die.
Yeah, they die all the time.
Yeah, but they get killed in there.
I think... I don't know. I guess it's just the look of the draw. Because I got a buddy at work. His brother got shot in the leg because he was trying to buy something on Craigslist. And he met this person up. And I kept telling him, like, well, why didn't he meet him in the daytime or like something more public? And he's like, he met him at noon in the front of a Starbucks. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, yeah. And apparently he was trying to buy something. When he pulled the money out, the guy tried to grab the money and stuff. And his brother tried, he was like, "Fuck you," and then the guy pulled a gun and shot him in the leg accident.
Like people follow this stuff. Like they always tell you, like you go to a public place where a lot of people are. A few years ago, a mom got shot and killed outside of Medieval Times because
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was like during one of their shows. So the parking lot was full. Mm-hmm. There were people there, and she was meeting someone to sell a cell phone.
Yeah,
and they shot and killed her, like right there. And eventually they caught the guy. But I mean, you're following the rules. Other than look, you're supposed to meet somebody in a well-lit place, maybe during the day where there's a lot of people in the public, and you're wearing a bulletproof vest, and you show up in your tank, and
just put it through the slot,
right?
Through the opening on my tank,
right?
Well, there's a lot of times that I've sold a lot of stuff in the past on Craigslist, offer up. I've never had any problems, luckily. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know if maybe you can read a person through their messages or kind of gauge how they, they're how.
I'll have like a team of people like hiding in the wings.
No, but I'm saying, like if somebody says, "Say, fool, you still be having that phone?" Versus like, "Yes, sir, I would really like that phone if you don't mind meeting me at AT&T."
That's profiling right there.
Well, yeah. But
why would you tell that Irish person between the anyway?
It's like, wait a minute, I don't want to sell to the guy on the. To the
sir,
guy that talks like that.
Sir, no one calls me sir.
You must be a nice guy.
No, pretty soon it will be it's going to be like a meetup, like you're exchanging hostages where they have to walk backwards, and you're, okay, go,
Yeah.
But it's scary. I don't do that anymore. I used to do that a lot, actually, and meet people. That's how I met my fourth girlfriend. Anyway, go on. No, on Craigslist. No.
Yeah, so, I kind of pay attention to that, the way they kind of talk and say, because you could tell kind of some people who are shady.
Use your instincts in your gut.
Yeah.
And if your gut's telling you no, then.
Or not only that, but now what I like about doing.
Or you send your son, here, go take care of this for daddy.
Here, boy. Oh, he's going to be missed. No, but now I also like to use the Facebook one, because a lot of times, the Facebook one has like, you can check their profile and stuff. So, they're a real person.
Yeah, you can tell.
It's like, okay, this guy has a family.
I don't know. I've been fooled a few times.
Have you?
All these hot women that friend me, they only have like 2 friends.
No, but I'm talking about the marketplace.
Oh.
Like it says, selling this, and then you can click on their profile and be like, oh, well, he's a real person, or what appears to be a real person, because you can't tell. Versus, somebody who's like, wait, there's no profile on him. There's no reviews. There's no like positive reviews or anything. Plus, it's not as scary when you're like a gun owner.
Well, do you carry? Do you take your gun with you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How often do you take your gun with you? Places?
Not often.
I'm just saying that for someone that, and I admire that you are a Second Amendment vigilanteist kind of person that's like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I always get a feeling that you really don't take it with you a whole lot of places.
No.
I'm assuming that a lot of businesses probably don't allow it in there.
Yeah, a lot of them have their signs. But if you put it where they can't see it, they don't know.
Well, some signs say that you can't unless you have a permit. But you don't need a permit to carry it in Texas.
Well, you don't need a permit to open carry it to where it's visible.
Right. But
if you do that, then you're going to be the first target, I assume, from the assailant. Like, he's got a gun. Pow.
And that's a bad move. And so, but I think people, this is, and I want to hear your opinion on this, but for people that want to do open carry, I think that's such an asshole move, or at least not such a bright move, because you do become the first target. Mm-hmm. I think the concealed one is a little bit more better because people don't know if you're a threat or not. Meaning that, no, I don't mean like you're going to rob this place, but, if someone's going to do something bad. Right, nobody knows.
You're just there buying a burger at McDonald's, somebody goes with a gun, they're like, everybody stand back. You're like, oh, okay. And then you pow, pow.
Exactly. But like I think at Walmart, because I've seen this, I think that their sign says that you have to have a permit, because it wasn't the right language saying that you're not allowed to carry it in here or whatever, blah, blah. It didn't quite say that. Mm-hmm. But I remember seeing this dude in there open carrying his gun. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess you can bring it into Walmart. But I know I've seen some places that will allow it only if you have a permit to carry it.
Yeah, but I guess that's a whole... Well, I mean, if you don't have a permit, you might as well just not carry it. but because you'll probably get in trouble anyway. But
it's my right.
yeah. But if
Yosemite Sam, whoa, no.
yeah, going up, putting yourself up in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess if you're gonna open carry, I mean, you just got to be aware that if somebody's gonna, go in there and rob the place, you might be the first victim.
There was
But hold on, but
Oh, yeah.
I think it's 50-50 because then if people do see that other people are carrying, I mean, if you're the only one carrying, you're like, oh, let's kill him first. But if you got multiple people carrying, where it becomes more common, it's like, well, shit, I'm not going in there. It's like 10 people with a fucking gun.
okay.
But,
So then I have a question, and again, I just want to know your opinion. Not asking about you, but do you think that people who have a gun, no, let's just say they have a permit to carry a gun. Not about this open carry and all that stuff, but they have a permit to have a gun. So in order to get a permit, you're taught how to use the gun.
Yeah, but not these people. Or this is like
but you're not taught how to slice the pie,
yeah.
how to do that kind of stuff. So that's up to the individual to learn all that stuff. So just because you know how to use a gun doesn't mean that you know what to do in a situation that requires a gun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'd do in a situation where I'd require to,
Like you wouldn't know how to coordinate with other gun people in there. It's like, okay, you go this side, you do this way, and we go like this, and then you...
Well, I don't even mean about that. I
You
mean
know?
more of like, what do you do when you're just standing in a line and somebody says, everybody freeze, I got a gun. Like, fuck. Like, what really goes through your mind? I think that's, you'd have to be, not just an average person that has a CHL. Because, I mean...
There has to be some form of training or something.
Yeah, because
behind
I've
all
seen
that.
the way they run some of the classes, and it's like they shoot you. They show you how to, load your gun and do this stuff. But it's like anybody can do that. It's like, what do you do in a real situation, where something like that happens, and then because through your mind you're probably like, oh, because I've seen some of the videos where, on that YouTube, and it's like of people who do carry handguns, and they, there's like a robbery in a store and they'll pull out their gun and they're fucking shooting while they're trying to run, or they're not looking at the robber. They're just kind of like...
They're not trained to keep their eye on the target.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, there could
Go
be
for
like a
center
bunch of
mass and all
fucking
that.
standing regular people that you could be shooting, dumbass.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Well, I thought they had a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like the
well,
police.
no,
huh? No kidding.
because I've seen some of those and it's like, wow, like I wouldn't want to be there.
Well,
like,
there's
standing behind that bad guy.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh god, like they're actually embracing the bad guy, like hiding behind him. Like,
yeah,
oh my
it's like,
god.
fuck, I'm just trying to save my own life.
Like they're working together with the bad guys.
Yeah.
Like, let's save our lives. Let's run.
I think that's more. All that is more for someone who is more of a gun aficionado, and not necessarily for just for safety, but someone who likes to go to the range or practice, play with their guns, and actually,
I remember this one time it happened at a Walmart a few years ago where somebody did have their gun. There were two gunmen, a gunwoman and a gunman. Oh, they met. Anyway, they're robbing the Walmart. I don't know if they were robbing the Walmart, but it was basically they're shooting people like in the Walmart, and somebody did have their own handgun, and they go around the aisle to apprehend the other person, or at least to shoot them, or to, I don't know what their intention was, but they had gone around the other aisle. And what he didn't know is that the other woman with the gun snuck up behind him and shot him in the head. And I'm thinking, well, if he was more trained, maybe that, but I'm sure that could also happen to like even trained people, military and police officers as well.
Yeah, but I think when you're more trained, you're checking your flank.
Yeah.
You're not just looking fixated on your
On
target.
just one target,
Yeah,
right.
you kind of have to have your eyes open all over the place.
Right.
I learned that on Call of Duty.
Right? Isn't that interesting how you can learn shit like that? I learned that from Knight Rider.
Yeah,
No, anyway.
fuck.
Wait a minute. You're not supposed to climb out on the hood of your car and jump into the other person's car
Yeah.
to apprehend the bad guy? Okay, so anyway.
No,
But
but yeah.
but the guy died. And I'm like, hey, brave attempt. Absolutely.
But he lost his.
But ultimately, it wasn't the smartest move to make, especially in a crowded place like Walmart.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, what would you do if that really happened? Like, I don't know what I'd do. Like, if I had
I think the best, not me, but just the best thing was to either help get people to safety or get yourself to safety. Because by the time the authorities actually arrive there, they're not going to know you immediately between the other person who's a gunman.
I think
now they see 3 people with a gun and not 2, which they were expecting.
It's just that you gotta, I guess, wait for the moment. Because
Yeah.
if you're paying attention, to multiple, or if it's just one, say, I mean, if he's just going crazy, start shooting people, I think that's the moment you have to like,
Make that decision right
yeah,
away.
and pull your
Either-
gun out and try to stop him and take cover. But if he's not shooting anyone and he's just kind of a threat, and he's just a threat, I think you have to wait for him to kind of drop his guard and then try to shoot him or something. Because if you pull out your gun and he's not shooting anybody, then you're going to cause him to start shooting.
You escalate the situation.
Yeah, and then he's going to start shooting
Especially
somebody.
and you
Yeah.
try taking a selfie. I'm using my gun at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then if you got multiple people, who knows? Because you got to keep your eye on both of them. And then if everybody's panicking, it's like, fuck, now you got all this commotion from it's like, wait, bitch, I don't know who's who. Shut up.
And then you get another person with a handgun that shoots you. It's like, well, I'm the good guy.
yeah. It's like, fuck.
It's like, I'm sorry. No, there was this one guy that I used to play volleyball with, and we were practicing, and he has a handgun.
No way.
Yeah, but when he dove for the ball, his shirt flies open, like up, and I see that he has his handgun with him, like it's on his side.
And it falls.
And I'm like, oh my God, you're fucking playing volleyball with your gun? And he's all like, shh.
In case someone, what's it called when they do this, serves too
I know,
hard.
spikes it or something. Or something. I'm like, what? Like I was upset about that. It's like, I understand you want to carry it with you, but to play volleyball, and then not only that, but there was also this stray dog, is a pit bull that was kind of running around, but like far away. And I can look at it, and it's like with his tongue out, just jogging along, but it was just in the area. And I go, oh, look, there's a dog over there. Isn't that cute? Look at that. He's a pit bull. And my friend looks at it, and he's like, yeah, man, no, if it comes over here, I may have to put it down. I'm like, what?
And the kid's like, my dog.
Right? Well, he had his son with him there, too. And I'm like, okay, maybe practice is over for today. I mean, just people that...
I think that seems too, like,
extreme.
a little bit... Yeah, it's kind of like those police officers that are walking down, like, your dog barked at me, so I put 13 rounds in the head.
I had to. I felt threatened.
Yeah, I felt like, no, calm down, dude. Even if I felt threatened, I think I'd get my black stick and, like, pook, hit him in the head.
Well, normally, I don't know. I think they're supposed to go with their mace or something.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know cops just carried mace. I thought they had magazines and guns on their pouches, not mace.
They do carry extra magazines. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got the black, the baton thing, the cuffs, the magazines, and the gun. It's like, goddamn.
Sorry, I thought you're like cop Playboy or something like that. I'm like, magazines. What? Oh, you meant the
the
cop
the gun.
Playboy.
Well, you people call them clips.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Well, they are clips.
Well, they're mags.
Yeah.
Clips were like, I think the last clip we used was 1945, and the
Oh, because you remember it from back then?
yeah,
Yeah.
great grandpa.
Yeah.
And the M1 Grand.
Yeah.
I think it was where you used to shoot like pa pa pa, and when it ran out, it went cling. So you had to get a clip and put it in.
You see, and I'm interested in because I fired a gun. Oh, guess what? I fired a gun. No,
You're fired.
Yeah, no, I've been to a range a couple of times, and it was cool. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. A lot of power, that you feel, and so
Don't tell me you're the one that made that video where the guy shoots. He's like, you seen that? Mm-mm. Where the guy from the news reporter, they say like AR-15s are so dangerous. They're it's a weapon of war, and they take him to the range, and he's holding it like a pussy, and then he shoots it, and he's like, boom, and when he shoots it, he's like, does this, puts it down, and starts crying like, oh, I have PTSD from shooting that gun.
no,
And then they show a clip, and it's like a 9-year-old little girl going, pa 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 pa.
no.
That was fucking hilarious.
The first time,
Anyway, go ahead.
the first time that I went, a friend brought 2 guns. One of them was a Magnum, and then the other one was like this smaller gun. And I thought,
Like the condom?
yeah, right. Might as well have been. No, anyway, I was like, okay, I get it. You have a small dick. Okay, give me that big gun. No. But we brought it was 3 of us, and one of them was a chick and all that. And that's why he brought like the small gun for her.
That's
very.
very
Anyway, so then I thought, no, I never fired a gun before. So I'm thinking, let me go ahead and start out with the small gun, and I'll move up to the bigger gun, And then immediately he just hands me this big ass Magnum, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm assuming I need to point it down right now, and whatever. I don't know.
You're showing it. Do I point it like this?
Ew, what do I do with it? It was over here at the DFW gun range where we went.
Yeah.
And first of all, I didn't like them, the DFW guys, because they're all, I don't know how to describe it. They're
douchebags.
There you go.
Yeah, we're professionals.
Yeah.
I hate that
oh
place.
my God. And they're like all over the girl, like trying to show her like how to fire and everything like that. My other friend's like
ex-military or something.
Well, my friend's like, no, we got it. It's okay. We got it. Or he's like, I got it. Because my friend's a cop. And so he's like, but he didn't tell. No, did he? I think he had to. That way he can get a discount or something like that. I don't know. But so I had to load the magazine. I had to load and so I'm like, I don't know how people do this so fast because my fingers are being pinched as I'm trying to put it in there, and it's like I could just imagine, right? I could just imagine it being an emergency situation. I'm like, I'm trying. Oh, they fell everywhere.
Put it one at a time.
Right.
Barrel.
Right. But then by halfway through, I was so fast at it. It's like, oh, this is actually kind of easy. You just go flip, 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 and then shooting it. I'm like, okay, so how do I shoot it? And it's like, so then I'm like, I'm holding the gun, and then I'm like, I don't know. Do I just pull the trigger or something? Is it okay? Because I'm ready to. He's like, yeah. So then I pull the trigger. I'm like, oh, okay. Pull it again. Like, oh, this is fun. And then I realized, hey, I'm kind of good at this, with the target and all that stuff. And I used to have my little man around here somewhere, the big sheet that they give you and all that. I don't know what happened to it. But I was going like for the headshots and the center of mass. It's actually pretty cool. And then it turned into a game where it's like, oh, let me try to get this number. Let me try to get that number.
Oh, yeah. And then you're like, oh, no, you got to push it out further than 5 yards.
Oh, yeah. No. Mine was like, yeah. Like, it was so cool. Like, I'm pushing the little button and bringing it closer.
Your gun was touching the paper.
Literally right there. The only thing that was really running through my mind was that scene in RoboCop, how everybody's like firing. And then he's like...
Yeah, with that big old gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how like mine was like oh that'd be so cool. I just want to be like RoboCop.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But
be almost murdered and then turned into
I know, right? Kept my hand shut. No, I actually pictured it more like Iron Man, but with a gun. Like it'd be no with a gun.
Oh,
like because when I was a kid, I'm like, well, I don't want to get shot and barrel. I just how about it just be cool if I had like a RoboCop suit, that would like, and then later on I'm thinking, oh, kind of like Iron Man.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Oh, it gives me that voice, that little robotic voice.
Yeah.
Like, come out with your hands up or there'll be trouble.
Or I'll rip them out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, and then do the gun thing and it gets put into my leg.
I don't understand how he can do that. Like, it just does this and his finger never pushes the trigger. Like, oh, my bad.
But it was a lot of fun. I liked it, and I thought, I can see this catching on.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I stopped going because...
All douchebags? No, okay.
That, and most gun ranges here, they don't let you do anything. It's like, you can't rapid fire, you can't do this, you can't do that. And they're getting, like, expensive to the... Not super expensive, but it's just like, damn. Like, I remember the one we went to here on Northwest Highway. You used to be able to pay, and they had the handgun lanes... Mm-hmm. To one side, and then, a shotgun, and then rifle range, the long range rifle range, and then the short range, 50 yard to 25 to 50. And you would pay, $20 or whatever, and you'd shoot whatever you have, and you just move your lane. But now it's like, well, if you want to shoot rifles, you got to pay for the rifle lane, you got to pay for the handgun lane, you got to pay for it. It's like, dude, I'm not paying fucking $80. Mm-hmm. So I usually just go somewhere and shoot them, like in the air.
Like a large property, somebody with like way out in the middle
or
of
my
nowhere.
Backyard. No, yeah, with buddies, that have places to go and stuff. We'll just go out there like, oh, cool. We'll just put shit out in them, like targets.
Like squirrels?
Yeah, that. Other people.
All right.
No, we usually go to my boss's ranch and stuff, and he has a couple long range rifles, so we'll drive his little buggy out 100, 200 yards, put a little thing out there, and like, pew.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's all like, he's like, today folks, I'm going to hunt the most dangerous game.
Yeah. He comes back with a fucking giraffe.
No, he meant people.
Oh.
Like you guys.
Oh, this is the game.
Yeah, he's all like, he's like, yes, I invited you people here today to hunt the most dangerous game.
Yeah.
You have 4 seconds to run. And then he's
That was a good movie.
That was,
with
wasn't
Ice-T.
Wait, what?
What movie are you talking about?
The Most Dangerous Game? It's actually a book. And it was a movie.
Well, the movie with Ice-T is called The Game, I think. They get homeless people from the street that nobody's going to miss or anything, and they take them out to their property, and then they hunt them down.
Oh, that sounds actually kind of like a cool movie.
It is pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
And he kills them all. Ice-T kind of wins.
No, and the Most Dangerous Game is like these people come to this island of this rich guy, and basically the idea is he brought them there so that he can hunt them. Because he's a hunter, he's been to Africa and hunted so all this other kind of game, but he's like, but the most challenging game is man.
Yeah, but it's stupid because, like, oh, okay, I'm going to hunt them, but I'm only going to give them a knife, you know?
Well, I mean, let's face it. I mean, when you're hunting animals, they really don't have a whole lot of, it's not an equal defense, you know?
I know,
like that.
because the goal is for the main person to win.
So do you think, okay, well, so then,
it's already an inherently flawed game.
what I don't like about hunting is that the people that lure the animals, and they hide and wait for the animal to show up, and then they shoot it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
You know, it's like, no, you go out there, you get your ass dirty, you know, and possibly hurt. That's the fun part,
Well,
I think. No?
yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I guess you could say so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a fan of that, putting feeders and then,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
like wait for them to show up, and like,
Yeah, and then you
take
just
this
kind of
shot,
there
take this
and
shot.
like, oh.
Well, it's like going to a fish farm. Like, where you're going to go fish because
Yeah.
they overstock the pond with fish.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, you're going to catch something.
I mean, I've been to
You got to
those.
be kind of stupid if you don't, which I didn't catch anything.
No, but
Anyway.
I've been to those when I know I want to eat fish, and I bet I want to fish. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the fish farm and catch 2 fish, and I'm going to eat them. Versus going to the fucking lake for the whole
Oh,
day.
trying
and
to,
then you're like,
I know,
"God
like,
damn
come
it."
on. Like, I'm not going to eat today. Well, you know what? You were
But-
meant to die because if you can't fish for a day.
But also, I'm not a fan of like deer meat and stuff. So
Oh, yeah, no. I like
think-
my meat processed.
Yeah, not that processed. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But no, the one thing we did do a lot was the hog hunting. You know, my bosses and all that. And
Oh, the feral hogs?
yeah, and those are fun because they're not game, so it's a free for all year long. So you can kill as many as you want, and because they're a nuisance to farmers apparently. And
They're
but
mean.
yeah, but it sometimes helps when they are feeders because they'll pile up around the feeder, you know, a bunch of them, and they just go out there and like. And
You just want to see them die?
no, I don't really shoot them all.
Oh, just one.
Just 1 or 2, and then
That's all you
skin
can fit in
'em.
their truck.
Skin them.
You have to skin them? You skin them?
We've killed them before out there.
Well, yeah, but
And,
to skin them, like I went.
Yeah, cut them open and stuff and everything.
See, I can't do that. I can't hunt. That's the thing. It's like, well, I mean, I know how, but it's not one of my things. So, like, I could never do that. And I get people to say, "Well, then how do you eat your hamburger or whatever?" Blah blah blah. And it's
I
like,
bought it at the fucking market.
yeah, exactly. It's like someone else. You know what? I was like, basically, someone else is going to do the dirty work. But I mean, I'll eat the meat. But like
But you know, go ahead.
But the thing is that if that ever stopped, then I probably wouldn't eat meat. Like,
No, I still
you know.
would.
Well, I meant like if all of a sudden they're like, well, we're not gonna kill cows anymore because it's cruel. It's like, okay, so I guess I just won't have cow meat now.
Oh.
It's like we'll have chicken or something. You know, it's like,
Yeah, I think I'd go get a cow, buy one, breed it, kill it, eat some steak.
well, you wouldn't breed it so
thanks
that
to
you can make
Betsy.
another one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Buy it, breed it.
That's a lot of work. But I went farm fishing, and I think I caught because I've been fishing before, like in lakes and stuff, and I never caught anything. I think the closest thing was like a bite on my line, and it lasted like maybe 30 seconds, and it got away. Other than that, I never successfully caught anything, except when I went to a fish farm. I caught like 2 fish, 2
Yeah,
catfish.
it's like overpopulated as fuck.
Yeah, and that took me like 2 hours to do that. I don't know how you do it. I mean, you literally throw your line way out there and you kind of wiggle it around or whatever. You know, I guess it's just luck. But then I never wanted to do it again because they keep them alive in the bucket, and then they skin them there for you. And so, but they're alive, and they rip the skin right off. They scale it. They descale it.
I wonder if they have nerve endings there.
They do, and it's just flopping around. It's like with no skin. It's like, oh, that's horrible. So, I mean,
Well, usually the ones I've been to, they, you know, this has been like 10, 20 years, but they usually grab it and they just chop the head, like, and
oh,
then
that's
they-
cool.
And then they hang it and then strip the
No, this person just literally put it down on the table, grabbed some special pliers or something, or some special tool, and just...
Yeah, but most of the times we went, we just took them home. I did it at the house because I wanted to clean them off. Because there, they just kind of like do that, and they've been swimming in that dirty ass water.
That's
like
true.
A billion other fish getting diseases.
And people pee in that water, probably.
Yeah, do they?
I have no idea. I know I had to go.
It's their potty water.
All right.
So, yeah.
But another thing, like I couldn't skin an animal because it's a lot of work. That's the thing. It's like it's too much effort. Like to me, it's like cutting a watermelon because it's like I don't know. It's like
because you're very feminine.
That's not why. Just because I am. Wait, no, I'm not. Shut up. What do you want?
No, but yeah.
So anyway, so hunting, yeah, most dangerous game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That'd be pretty cool.
who would you hunt?
Ethan Hunt. No.
Oh, I like Ethan Hunt, but we're not going to talk about that. It's something completely. We're not even going to go there.
No.
Okay, but like, okay. Ooh, this is a good scenario. If you would you ever? How do I say
So
this?
why does it become if you can hunt and skin and gut animals? Would it be any harder? Why is it so much harder to do it on a person?
That's a good question. We should ask the pro-life people.
Yeah, it should be. We need to talk to like what is it? Not pro-life. What are those people that murder and kill people? Who are they?
Like a psychopath? No,
Yeah,
they don't.
yeah.
Like a
Somebody
murderer?
who's like having
A serial killer.
Yeah, serial interview with with a serial killer. Go to prison and interview somebody. Just like, hey, dude, what do you feel? Like, what's going on?
Well, I think it's more of a thing up in their head that why they're doing it. But like there's a difference between somebody who goes deer hunting.
Well, what I'm saying is, you can watch a video and watch, animals be like butchered and stuff because
And masturbate
and
too.
you're just like, ooh, cool, that looks like a good chunk of meat. Can't wait to throw it on the grill.
Why can't we do
But
that
then-
to people?
Yeah, but then if you watch somebody getting stabbed because they caught it on camera, you're like, oh man, that's fucked up. Like, ooh, like poor guy. Like, oh, that hurt me.
We empathize with people, I believe. Like,
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is because somebody can shoot a deer, a female deer, and
It has to be female.
I don't know. Anyway, so someone can shoot a deer every year for hunting season. They can shoot 2 deers, 3 deers, 4 deers, and they're fine. But you replace that with a person, like you're gonna shoot 2, 3, or 4 people and bring them home. That's weird.
I'm not gonna bring them home.
Well, what do you do with them
No,
then
no,
afterwards?
I'm just talking about
Make a nice
for
stew.
those people who actually commit crimes and stab someone. It's like I think that have disconnecting their brain from morality.
The ones that do it just to do it, not the ones that are like premeditative, like I'm gonna get you. It's about like somebody like a serial killer or somebody who just does it for fun. Well, you're asking is like how is something wrong with them if people can do it to like deers and?
No, I forgot what the question was. Who cares?
I thought we were really going somewhere with this. I was just trying to understand where are you coming from.
No, I was just saying why it feels so much. It would feel so much like even when somebody gets hurt or something. Like I said, you're watching.
we just sympathize and empathize with people.
That's all you had to say. That was the end of the question.
Oh.
That was the end of the subject when you said, "Oh, okay, you're right."
But look in your eyes, look so confused. I'm like, does he not know what empathy means?
No,
like from the
when you said it the
no.
first time, I was like, "Oh, okay,
Oh,
you're right. I forgot about that part."
oh, is that what that meant?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Just people, they like people better.
yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Hello,
Weirdo. I know, right? Hello, Clarice. I've seen that movie a couple of times. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, so we're going to take a little break. We're going to regroup, and then we'll be right back. You're listening to House of Machismo with Luis and Marty. Okay, we'll be back.
This is House of Machismo. Welcome back to House of Machismo with Marty Portillo,
That's the kind of sweater you wrap around a dumpster baby.
Luis Salazar,
You better put a fucking quarter when you don't respect the Second Amendment.
and K-Rod.
Well, they always disrespect me, so I'm used to it, so.
This is House of Machismo.
I don't know. The whole conversation that we had with him after the last show, he's like, well, you should have recorded that. I'm like, dude, that was like really personal. I didn't know if he really wanted us to record it or not.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, he's all like, okay, anything for attention, I suppose. Because I thought, oh, this is really good material. Like, this is cool. This is really him opening up. But then I thought, well, this isn't anyone else's business.
Yeah.
You know, so especially since we were kind of dogging on him for a little bit. But, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because in the beginning, because I knew that, you know, because I had already explained to you the whole situation about the phone. So then when you're like, well, why don't you just pay your bill? You know. And I'm like, you already know the answer to that. And I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, Keith, why don't you pay your bill? You know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
But he's like, well, because it's a lot. You know, or something.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, like $1,000, you know.
Yeah,
all that shit.
that happened to me once, though, so I got
It happened a couple of times. That's when there was like a whole bunch of cell phone companies out there. I didn't give a shit. I could just switch to another company. And now there's only like...
Now there's only 3.
There's only 3 good ones, and then you have like Metro and Cricket.
I mean, you could always go to those.
No. I have friends that have Metro, and it sucks.
I had it one time, and it was all right, but...
It was all right, but because they're like free, whatever. What do they call it? Like data.
Well, fuck.
And then it slows you down after you reach your limit. You
Yeah.
still have it, but it slows it down.
That's what the AT&T and all them are doing, all that throttling bullshit.
Well, mine is like completely open, like free, but I'm paying for it. And then I tried bringing it down, like putting a cap. And the problem with my phone is that it updates a lot. And so all that updating of apps and shit that they're not even the apps that I use. They're like Sprint apps. And that counts against my data. Shit that it needs to update. And so I tell them that. And so I would ask Sprint, it's like, well, when are these being downloaded? When is the data being used? And so they would look at it, like I would make them look it up. And they say, well, it would happen like at 2:30 in the morning. And I'm like, so you're saying, so they're not saying that their stuff is being downloaded and used. They're saying that the data is being used, the majority of it in the middle of the night. And so I said, well, I have a job that I go to. It's an 8 to 5 kind of a job. So I'm sleeping in the middle of the night. So what you're thinking and saying is that I'm doing all this activity at 2, 3 in the morning when I should be sleeping. It's like, how is that possible? It's like, don't you think it's your apps, your Sprint apps that are updating in the middle of the night? And they're like, well, there's no way for us to prove that. And I said, but that's when I had a cap on my data and it was going over. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I told him, it's like, I'm not even watching Netflix. I'm not doing any of that on my phone. The only thing I'm doing is sending text messages. And you say those are free. And emails are free. Other than that, I'm not using YouTube. I'm not watching videos. I'm not doing anything other than that. And it's literally the phone trying to update with Sprint apps.
Yeah.
And that's what's putting me over the cap. So then finally, they weren't budging on that. So there was no way around it. Either I live with the over budgeting, the over cap, whatever going over, or I open it up to just unlimited.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to do. And so now I'm paying for it. But apparently with 3 phones, it's like by the time it gets to the 3rd phone, it's a little less cost. So it costs so much per phone, but the more phones you have, the less you pay for something on it. And so, and people say, well, Sprint, oh, I had Sprint, they suck. That's why I'm with T-Mobile or whatever. But T-Mobile has its own shit that people don't like. And it doesn't matter what cell phone company you're with.
Yeah, they all have over.
They all have stupid fees. But I think I've liked AT&T the best. I had T-Mobile. They were kind of shitty because they were dropping calls and a lot of service area. A lot of spotty areas. Then I got Sprint, which at that time when I got Sprint was a long time ago, but they were pretty decent with their service. They still weren't at the shitty,
Yeah.
because it seems like they keep going up and down. Like they'll get really good service and then all of a sudden it drops and then it goes back up. And so the reason I ended up with AT&T because that was when the iPhone came out. Like I think by that time it was the 4G, the 2nd generation, and I was like, man, I really want that phone. So I dropped Sprint and went to AT&T, and that's the only real reason I've been with AT&T.
Because you're more of a sellout. Okay.
Well, no, Sprint was just nobody was offering it.
The
And
iPhone.
of course, nobody had it at the
At
time.
that time, yeah.
You know, now they dropped that exclusivity, so everybody has it. But I'm already with AT&T, so I'm
It's a lot of work to move.
Yeah, and then I did try Verizon when I had AT&T. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with Verizon for a bit, and I was with them for like, I don't know, a few months, and I just said, you know, fuck this contract. I'll pay the cancellation fee. Like they were super expensive at the time. This was years ago, but they were real. They were the highest, you know, and I didn't really like their service. They're not all over the place like AT&T. They're in select places, so I didn't like that. So,
Well, it's all the same coverage. That's the thing. No matter what cell phone company is saying that, we have more coverage across the nation. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
they
blah.
all share the
It's all the
same-
same. It's all the
yeah.
same shit.
I think AT&T owns the most satellite or antennas, and they're leased out. You know, they don't all.
But it
own
doesn't really.
every-
But it really doesn't matter at the end of the day because it's like we still have the same coverage.
Well, no. Well,
You know.
I think AT&T and Verizon probably are the biggest competitors, so they own most of the network. And I think Sprint and T-Mobile are just kind of paying for service. That's probably why they have shitty service, because they're only paying for what they need for their customers. But since AT&T owns the antennas, I would say that they're more interested in their customers, so they don't give a shit about the service.
But it's the same,
You know-
signal. Like it's not like as if they're saying Sprint, you're only going to get a good 80-70% of a quality signal, as opposed to
No, I know,
you know,
but I'm saying as far as, you know,
like Wyoming.
no, like
You know,
say, like you say you got three satellite, you know, three of your little cell phone towers, and AT&T or Sprint is only renting out to use. It doesn't work like that. I don't know if they're.
I know that they
you
can
know,
lease it. Like I know
yes.
Metro uses other people's or other companies.
Yeah, to extend.
yeah.
And but I wonder if the reason is because you have spotty service, because say, you know, you have 5 antennas and it's scattered in a, you know, but you're only using 2 of them, not these other ones. So I wonder if they can kind of cancel you out from those. That's why you have a shitty signal in the areas where the antenna that you need is, and you don't have that.
Well, I will say this about Sprint is that the area that I'm in, I really don't get a signal. And you saw my old house, or where it was.
Mm-hmm. And it's not that far.
Yeah. And so since I moved to that house, I didn't get a signal. Like I would not get a cellular or a digital signal in that house. And it was so bad for years that I didn't know if a text message would be sent or not. And so, yeah, text message is so simple, and it could just be sent on a thin line of data. And sometimes it wouldn't go. And I have to try sending it. Sometimes I have to send it 3 times before it finally is sent successfully, and the other party receives it for years. And so imagine trying to get a phone call and you miss it. You don't even get it because you have bad signal. Mm-hmm. So one of my coworkers happened to mention, it's like, oh yeah, I had a problem with that. They gave me an Airwave. It's like a device that connects to your internet and has an antenna that you put, like a wire antenna that you put to a window, and it boosts your cellular signal into your home. So when I called Sprint about that, they said, well, you have to have 3 or more lines in order to get it. And so then I started doing the whole, well, I've been a customer for many years, and you guys say you're supposed to provide me with service and quality, and this doesn't sound like it's service and quality. I said, if you check, I'm calling you from a friend's cell phone because I'm at home, and I can't call you from my cell phone to tell you that I'm having a problem. Doesn't that sound like it's a problem? And so I kind of wanted them to kind of credit me for the past, because it's like I have not been receiving Sprint quality service like you guys promised. Mm-hmm. So that's that's about 3 years worth of bills, like each month that I was paying for nothing. And so, yeah, they weren't doing that. But they went ahead and gave me an Airwave, set it all up, and gave me a fake phone account.
That fixed it?
Yeah, that fixed it. In fact, if you turn around, the device is literally right over there on that bookshelf, the 4 green lights on that white device.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, because it's the same problem
So
here.
how come you weren't getting the fucking signal the other day when I was messaging you?
Because I was doing other shit. It wasn't because I wasn't getting the signal. You mean when the power went out? Because
that was out.
That was out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm like, oh man, because I wouldn't mind going to Walmart, because I'm like, oh okay, yeah, because I was sitting here in the dark. Well, not in the dark, but yeah, and so I didn't have signal because if that goes out, then I don't get a proper signal, and it turns into the same thing. Trying to send out a text message, trying to send you images.
God, that sucks.
It sucks, But once I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, it's fine. But with that cellular signal, I can still receive actual cell phone calls. But yeah, and so that was going on for years. And I've been a Sprint customer for about 10, 12 years. And they've been okay. And partly, I don't switch because I'm thinking, is this going to be the same thing with any other company that I run into? Because I hear my friends bitch about their companies.
I'm already, because I've been with AT&T for about 8 years, and it's like, fuck it.
It's like if you move over to Sprint because they offer you something cool, it'll be fine at first, but then eventually
It wears off.
And and it's like, why am I going to do all this stuff? Everybody already know, like everything's all AT&T orientated, I was with my friend one time, Baby Hands.
Yes.
His mom, his brother.
The one you dated?
Huh? Oh, what? No. No, he knows.
To the movies.
He knows. Anyway, in fact, he brought it up one time, like real recently.
Why are you going to the movies with my mom?
He knows. God. And I thought, oh, you don't mind if I talked about it on the podcast? It was kind of funny. He's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Like, okay. So anyway, it's like, all right then. So his mom, his brother, and him were on a cell phone plan together. But it was under his name, and he was the one paying the bill. They would pay him. But his brother was kind of a deadbeat and would not pay his bill on time or late, which added on late fees, or he would pay it all himself and wait for his brother to pay it, who he never would. So in a way, and sometimes his mom would be late with the payment. And it took me a long time to convince him, because I hate it when people take advantage of him or anyone. Is that I said they're taking advantage of you because they know you're going to pay the bill. And you would feel bad that if they're without a cell phone. I said, you need to get on your own cell phone plan. That's just it. Get on your own cell phone plan. But they were all tied together. So we went to the cell phone company, which it was Verizon. And he was going to have them separate his phone from their phone. So they get their own bill and he gets their own bill. So when we get there, they tell him, oh, no, we can't do that. You guys, all three numbers are tied together. They're like, yeah, but I just want to pay mine. Like, I just want mine separate, and then theirs is their own thing. So you can send them their own bill. They're saying, I'm sorry, we can't do that because, it's, like we said, the lines are all tied together. It's all one account. And so he got mad. And he's like, okay, well, fuck it. Just shut off the phone. Shut them all off. I want to cancel my account. Oh, but sir, we can do this. We can do that. It's like, no. I want my own line. So go ahead and just shut off the accounts. So they closed out the phone accounts. They said, they said that there's an early termination fee of $150 per line. And so he's like, what? Because it was under contract. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, well, go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to pay it, but go ahead and just close it. Just turn off the phone. I'm not going to use any of them. And he's like telling them, and I'm not going to pay the $150 through whatever. Because he can go open up another line real quick with someone else in order to, before they report it to his credit history and all that stuff. And so he beat the credit thing. Like it went on his credit for a few years, but eventually it just fell off. He never paid it.
But that's I think where customer service sucks now. I think that, if you're an employee there and you want the customer, you'd say like, oh, well, we can't do that because the accounts are tied together, but here are your other options. We can open up a new line and leave that. And, I don't know. Versus like, oh, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
It seems like a little shit.
It was exactly just like that, actually. Like, they didn't provide any other options,
Yeah.
but just said that, no, we can't
Yeah,
do that.
because it's more like, oh, you know what? We'll cancel them all. I'm going to go with AT&T because apparently they can help me.
Yeah.
You know, or any other company.
Right,
Just
and
to be
that's
like,
what he
"Fuck
ended
you
up
guys."
doing. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, you guys really just literally lost out on any money because you're not going to get your money for collection, first of all. Like, I already know this guy. He's not going to pay it. You know? And so he went out, got his own crappy cell phone, whatever, you know. And this was the same family where the same thing happened with insurance, car insurance, exact same thing. And I told him, it's like, you need to go with your own insurance company. So the same thing happened where he went, the insurance company was a little bit more cooperative. And so they went in, because it's apparently it's easier to cancel 2 other cars than it is 2 cell phone lines.
Yeah, this was crazy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he was able to take those 2 cars off. He kept his own. And so now they were on, they had to get their own insurance. So they were taking off the insurance. So now his mom and brother had to go get his own insurance. His brother says, well, Mom, can I get on with you? And his mom's like, no. It's like, well, why not? Because you don't pay your bills. Like, I'm not going to pay for you. I'll pay for me. You know, so his mom already knew, but was okay.
Yeah, doing it herself.
Right, but not when it was affecting his kid, her kid. You know, it's like, wait a minute, come on.
Yeah.
So anyway, but the thing is that with cell phones, I don't know. I just think that they're kind of crappy. Back in the day, I used to be able to get like this is me, how old I am. I used to get like a free phone. Like if I would sign up with a phone company, I wouldn't sign up with them unless I got a free phone.
Know, but it really wasn't crappy because I remember when I had Voice Stream before it became T-Mobile, and even T-Mobile at the beginning and AT&T. Now we pay what we pay and we use them unlimitedly, you know. And back then it was like, well, this plan is $29.95, but you only have 300 minutes and free nights and weekends.
I remember that.
You know, or now you know $60 and you get 1,000 minutes and free nights and weekends.
No one gives a shit about talk time anymore. You know?
Yeah. So it's like, so it really has gotten better as far as like now you just fucking talk. There's no minutes. I don't even.
Oh yeah,
there?
there's no there's
now
no
it's data.
It's data. What
Yeah.
it is, because back then, because I'll be honest with you, I'm going to ask you an honest question. I want you to be honest. How many actual phone conversations do you have that's not like official kind of business or something? You know, where
None. I don't even care for small talk.
yeah, I don't either.
It's like fuck.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you the last time that I had
I
a
don't
phone
even answer
conversation.
when I see somebody calling. I'm like, well, I know I don't have anything to talk to him about, so I'm not
why-
gonna
yeah,
answer.
exactly.
You know.
K-Rod, fuck that. He wants money. You know, or something.
Yeah, it's like every time I get a phone call, it's like unless it's somebody, you know.
I'll do the immediate. Please text me.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
fucking
like
asshole.
yeah.
No,
Because
but yeah, it's not being rude, but it's like, what? I mean, what do you call me for?
yeah.
You know, unless it's a legitimate conversation or some kind of, you know.
I knew that the game was changing when one day I was trying to negotiate with the cell phone company about like, well, is it just cheaper if I were to like reduce my talk time? And they're like, no one cares about that. Because I was like, I wanted more data. So maybe if I lower my talk time option, then they'll increase my data. Like, no. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right,
Never mind then.
Never mind then.
Yeah,
You know?
because I think that's why people are not even social anymore. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, very much so. Even me. Because I used to have friends back in the day. We used to talk on the phone.
I mean, when
stuff.
you're in high school, you're on your phone all the time.
Yeah.
You know, in middle school and stuff. You know, there
But
weren't
as
cell
an
phones.
adult, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, it's like, what the
Like,
fuck?
fuck that.
Yeah, it's like,
If I want to know what's going on, I'll check your social media.
yeah, no
you know.
shit, right?
It's like, oh, that's so cool. They had a birthday
Yeah.
party for their kid. That's awesome. You don't need to tell me about it. I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
You
It's
know?
like, yeah.
It's like, I don't need to know any of that stuff.
Did you see me liking any of your pictures? All right, because I don't care.
That's right. It's like, I don't give a shit about your kid. No.
No, but it is like that now. You know, say fuck.
I think my first cell phone company was Primeco.
Yeah, mine too.
That
With
was-
the little alien.
Yeah. I was back in high school, man.
Yeah, even that wanna be a baller.
Shall call
yeah,
it
prime
phone.
phone.
Yeah. And then Singular. Singular was my next one.
Singular was AT&T.
Was it?
Primeco, I think, is what started everybody.
Yeah.
Because there was back then, it was those big ass ugly Motorola's. that,
Oh,
you know,
no. My first cell phone was one of those Nokia phones.
Yeah, but those were with Singular.
Was it?
Yeah, because before that, it used to be, I don't even know who the company was, but my mom had one of those humongous old school, like 80s phones. you know, like that, and it's like all analog. Real
Yeah,
ugly
mine was
orange.
an analog phone.
And then
Yeah.
Who's that? Primeco had the smaller, nice little Primeco phones, you know, and then Singular
Mine was
had a bunch of those Nokia 8330s and all that you could throw at a fucking as a weapon.
my first cell phone plan was like 30 minutes for $50 a month. 30 minutes of talk time.
That's crazy.
I had that in my sophomore year of high school.
There wasn't even texting back then, right?
No.
The numbers didn't even have letters. I
No.
don't think.
No,
Because I remember I would always be like, "Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, well, call me after 8." Or wait till the weekend.
I remember that. I think I just wanted it just because it was a cell phone offer that came in the mail. I thought 30 minutes, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And I remember taking it to high school. I remember we went on this field trip or something, and one of the other kids are like, "Well, I have a pager and blah blah blah."
Yeah,
you know,
pussy.
like, yeah, exactly, little pussy. I got a cell phone right here.
fuck
Like,
that.
yeah, it's like, well,
But don't call me until
I don't
after
have time.
7.
Just 30 minutes at a time, per month.
And then they only charge you if it went over like 50 seconds, so it had a timer on
Yeah.
it. You could be like, "Oh shit, I gotta go, bro." Or they charge you for 2 whole minutes.
Just make it a quick message. What? You know.
Yeah.
And then I got a Primeco phone, which was smaller, but it's still kind of big. But
Yeah, well, for today's standard, it's humongous.
yeah, it was humongous.
compared to what they can
But
do
the
now.
quality was like way different.
Yeah.
But I was always behind the times, meaning that it was with like cell phone rings, like with the ringtones.
Yeah, you could download or buy.
Remember Polyphonics?
Yeah,
where they
I remember it, but I never used it.
I tried to, but by the time I got a phone that did polyphonic audio, they had already moved into you can actually use a real song as a ringtone.
yeah,
so
yeah.
like, oh,
You know, funny because now it's more complicated to get a ringtone on this piece of shit.
oh, on because you have an iPhone.
Well, no, even on your piece of shit. Like you know why I have an iPhone? Because it does the old ringtone. The ring. If you call me, it goes ring.
I can do that too.
No, yours sounds like a fake ass old phone.
No, I record my own ringtones.
Mine sounds like the ones you used to do like this, the rotary phones.
Look, call my phone. Call it.
I'll call your phone. Your number is 21.
Shut up.
Let me see. Oh, there I gotta press talk.
You don't even know how to do it. When's the last time you did that?
Oh, that's fucking gay.
I don't give a shit. I made this ringtone.
Well, call me.
I don't have your number. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I
I
know.
gotta turn it on.
I have. All right. Okay. 2148. Wait, what?
See, I like that. It's just a fucking basic ass. Yeah, it's ringing.
Yeah, but I can totally make that ringtone.
Let me see.
Well,
Because every time I've had a Samsung, they don't offer the old ring.
this is the thing that I can do with my phone. Most people don't know how to do this with their own Android phone. Is that any audio source you can turn into a ringtone. So the way that I got the He-Man ringtone was
You put it next to your fucking speaker. when
no,
it's playing?
I recorded it off of YouTube onto my expensive recording software, and then I made it into MP3 and transferred it to my phone.
What people don't know is that they need a $2,000 fucking mixer.
Hey, whatever. That's how I'm
But-
able to do it. And once it's on my phone as an MP3, I can turn any MP3 that I want into a ringtone.
No. What happens if you delete the MP3? Does the ringtone stay? Or does the file leave with everything and then you lost your ringtone?
Well, it leaves, but
Oh, fuck that then.
well, I mean, yours also leave too. Yours
No.
are MP3 stored on your phone somewhere as well.
No, but what I'm saying is I've had images that you can save, say for a contact and all that, but then I delete my pictures from the, album, but the images are still there for my contacts. But
Oh
the
yeah,
images,
well the same thing with mine too.
Oh, okay.
But
Well-
they're still stored somewhere in your phone. That's in a different folder.
I
so-
hate storage. Now I have to go deleting everything.
You do.
I hate clutter.
Like you know what I noticed?
What? That I don't like.
I did a phone dump. Ooh, that sounds gross. But I did a phone dump on my computer from my phone, and I don't know where it is. I would so show you if I knew where it was on my computer. It recorded just about every conversation that I had for a year. My phone did.
Just like that?
Just like that. Both sides, both ways.
So there you're like, so what are you wearing? Like, thank you for calling 199.
whatever it was. But you know what the funny thing is that I never authorized it to record it.
Hey, but I don't know if you knew this. I guess because this whole thing happened many years ago about being illegal to record people's conversation without them knowing.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember back then when you would go here to dial, it had a record button.
Well,
A long time ago, they used to be able to record. Like if you were on a conversation, you can hit the record button and record your conversation. And then I noticed throughout the years they've removed it. It's not there. So I wonder if that's because of that.
Well, there's an app that you can download that will record your phone conversation. But here's the thing is that it's only legal if you and I are having a phone conversation or a conversation. I can record it without telling you, so as long as I know that I'm recording it, or vice versa. You can record it without telling me, so as long as you're the one doing the recording. But if it's a third party that doesn't inform us that we're being recorded, then that's illegal.
So I can record you without telling you? Mm-hmm. But then I can't use it against you.
Sure you can.
Oh, can you?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you couldn't because I didn't say, hey, dude, this conversation is being recorded.
Nope. I mean, it's proper. I mean, it's just be polite, but yeah, nope.
He's like, hey, I'm taking you to court, bro, because you said this. Like, look.
Sure. Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to start recording everybody.
You can.
Suing all the food.
But it doesn't matter because you don't have phone conversations anyway. It'd literally be just...
Well, they're all in
Silent.
text.
Right.
They're all recorded on the messages.
and you're just screenshotting it. That's not
Yeah.
the same. But anyway,
But
but
I have evidence. He said he was coming over and he didn't.
he didn't come over.
He
He's
lied.
Like, he was in my driveway. Then he said, "Oh, I'm gone. I'm leaving. Bye."
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Phone conversations were all recorded, and I know I didn't authorize it at all to record it. And I thought
But
that
they
was
were
so weird.
recorded on the phone. Like, not for everybody. Just like,
They were on my phone, and they were separate files. And it was so weird that
how did you find them?
I did a phone dump. And why did I do that? Because I was looking for some old photographs that I had taken.
What's a phone dump?
It's when you take all the information from your phone and just dump it. You know,
do you
meaning
dump
you
it?
copy it on my computer.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
basically
saying.
you copy everything from it.
So you can
but-
get access to the files.
Right, but
Because-
not just the files, but your settings and everything.
Yeah,
that-
because like there's basically you like a root.
yeah,
Because if you go here to your files, you're not going to find files. You know, you have to actually go deeper within the the software.
yes.
To open
You go into that deep dark place in your cell phone.
Yeah, because I remember with the Androids when I would plug them up to the computer, and then you can actually root in there and get in the files that you can mess with that you shouldn't mess with if you wanted your phone to work properly. But I remember those days.
Like you change the way your cell phone looks. like,
Like, wow, now I have an iPhone 10.
right?
I just changed it. That doesn't work like that.
No, but you understand. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. But I put it on my computer because I was trying to look for old photographs that I had taken that I wanted to print to hang up. It was so stupid the reason why I wanted to do it, and then I couldn't find the photographs
Why did you want to do it, Barney?
because there were like these dick pics that look really good of mine. No, I'm kidding. No,
Pedophile.
no,
Pedophilia.
ew, that's gross.
You're gross.
Did you? No, never mind.
Yeah, you show me that.
What?
Your laptop full of
What? No,
inappropriate.
weirdo. No. There's this guy who wants to run for office, who admits he's a pedophile. He's admitting he's a pedophile.
Oh, and they let him run.
Well, yeah, there's no way to stop him.
Why?
And he wants to because it's not against the law.
To be a pedophile?
No, to admit that you're one. No, it's not. And that's the
Oh, they have to catch him in the act.
well. They have to have proof that he's done something. You know, like
Oh, so people can't just say like, "Hey, I'm a pedophile." And they're like, oh, okay, we're taking you to jail.
right.
So, well,
And so, because you have to prove, because it could be like, oh, I'm just kidding. Hold on, it's like,
oh, I'm not kidding. That's crazy. Victoria's Secret. Wow, you've been looking at a lot of that Victoria's Secret. Why would it pop up on your fucking?
I really don't know. Because trust me, Victoria's
how to
Secret.
do your own transgender sex.
Oh, you want me to look that up for you?
Why are those popping up on your YouTube?
Look, I'll take the Victoria's Secret
your
for
Yahoo.
500. No,
Or just so you know, he's searching, and on his search
And I
bar it
can't
just
spell
popped up. How to
Virginia.
do your own home?
that is not true. I wouldn't
Gender
look on this
change.
laptop like that.
Here's my
Virginia, what's it called? Candidate.
Cancer Institute. Everybody's got a cancer institute, and nobody finds a cure.
Congress. Pedophile. Damn, I can't type. He's a...
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to go buy some steel and make my own skid plate for my gas tank. Because it's been grinding on the ground.
Well, damn it. I thought you were already gonna go do that. Okay, first of all, look at him.
Yeah, he looks like a pedophile.
He looks like a fucking pedophile. And so at first I thought that this is not true, but apparently it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that cell phone. What kind of cell phone is that?
Probably a Pixie or whatever from Google. Hold on, wait.
Wow. What nationality do you think he is?
Middle Eastern.
You think?
Looks like it.
A little bit, right? He's definitely not Latin or Hispanic.
Free nights and weekend. Oh, it's a hotel play commercial.
Oh, hotels.com.
I thought it was a cell phone commercial.
So did I. But they really weren't showing the cell phone, just what was on it.
In a phone call.
Oh, wait,
Larson
hold on. Let's just go ahead and just take the audio.
Running a website that supported the notion of legalizing pedophilia, raping wives, and all sorts of things that you wouldn't imagine someone would publicly support.
Okay. Pause. Is this one of those? I mean, not that it's right thing to do, but is this one of those where like, it's not necessarily he's saying he's a pedophile, but he would that he is pro having Middle Eastern type of laws where you can beat and marry underage kids or whatever underage.
No, not at all.
Oh, so
he admittedly said he's a pedophile, like in quotes, and that he repeatedly.
Who are these people? All the Huffington Post.
Yeah, but this is the closest one I can find. I've also found that other news sources that reported the same thing.
I notice now there's a lot of news videos like this, but they're not legitimate.
Yeah,
videos, kind of like that.
Yeah, I know.
Jerry Larson, like, we're gonna get these haters, American haters, and who's that white girl that she's kind of annoying with her voice?
There's a lot of them, which you got to be more specific.
God damn it. She has a real country accent, and she's all about pro-military and pro this and pro Second Amendment. But she just every time I kind of like pay attention and like try to go on the
try to actually listen.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, like, hold on.
I don't know. God, you have a shitty phone? Look it up. Look up that shit. Well, we're talking about this guy,
right,
Nathan Larson. Interesting. It's a 37-year-old accountant from Charlottesville, Virginia, is running for Congress as an independent candidate in his native state. He's also a pedophile, as he admitted to the Huffington Post, to the Huff Post, I guess, on Thursday, who has bragged in the website post about raping his late ex-wife. So when I read the articles, basically is that he admits that he raped his ex-wife multiple times, forced her to have sex. She died because by suicide. She killed herself. He has a daughter, but the daughter is living with someone else, another relative, permanently. But he does talk about how they need to change certain laws, such as the pedophilia laws, and how to go back as far as changing the stance on women, how they need to be treated more as property than as individuals, meaning that they're property that belongs to their fathers, and then once they get married, belongs to their husbands. I really don't think this guy's going to have a chance of winning the election. But this thing's just kind of weird. I don't know. Like, this person pretty much put a target on himself, I guess. Yeah, he definitely looks like somebody that I wouldn't leave a kid with. Especially the way he combs his hair. That's just weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Comes it like you, kind of to the side.
Shut up. So then he says, a lot of people are tired of political correctness and being constrained by it. People prefer when there's an outsider who doesn't have anything to lose and is willing to say what's on a lot of people's minds. It's also kind of weird. It's like, oh, that's a really good quote, but not coming from somebody who admits that he's a pedophile. I don't think he's going to be one of those people that he once represented.
I mean, usually you'd say, like, nothing to lose and willing to say what's on a lot of people's minds. Like, where the fuck is my tax money going? Why aren't my streets fixed, motherfucker?
Yeah, exactly.
Not, oh, you know, I want to.
He's probably looking up child porn.
Yeah, he's like, hey, come on, you know, everybody wants to watch child porn.
It's like, yeah,
You
but
know,
where are my
so-
fucking streets? They're not fixed.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Kind of like when that video that they showed of that dumb chick, Cardi B, ranting about, where's my fucking money going? Where's my... Which, you know, I kind of 2 thumbs up for that one.
Cardi B?
Because I want to know where the fuck my money's going.
Well, no, I think she should be.
Why am I missing all
Look,
this
I
money
think
out of my checks?
I think she needs to be arrested because she admitted to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
come on,
Yeah.
that's not cool. It's like we throw Bill Cosby in prison.
Yeah.
Well, she admitted to crimes as well.
Whatever happened to that? It just get swept under the rug?
They got swept under the rug. No one cared. No one wanted to pursue it. Or the men were just kind of like embarrassed. Like, I'm not going to admit.
That's probably
that.
what it was. Nobody want to say nothing. So
I think there was like one guy that came out and said that, yeah, I was a victim of it.
yeah. Well, at least I got a blowjob.
Right? I was like, fuck
I got
that.
a blowjob from Cardi B. She's famous now.
Probably. I don't know. But I just don't think that was cool. That,
Yeah.
you know, what they did
Yeah,
on
well,
that shit.
double standards. That's why I don't help women. Jane Tires.
God, we were, my friend and I were at the store the other day, and it was yesterday, and we're walking by these 2 women, and they came out of their car, and they looked like they were arguing, and we really didn't pay attention to what they were arguing about. We went to the store, but when we were coming out, they had another car next to them, and both hoods were popped open, and one of them, they had the battery connection, you know, the jumper cables connected to the battery. And then the other one, on the other side of the cables, they were just on the ground. And so I asked my friend, should we stop? You know, they want to help? You know, maybe we should help. And we kind of looked at them as they're walking by, and they weren't gazing, like they weren't looking at us at all. Like looked like they were avoiding eye contact. And so at that point, I thought, okay, maybe we shouldn't. You know, it's like if they're avoiding our eye contact, then really don't feel like we're invited to go over there and offer our help and everything. But as we're walking by, I tell my friends, like, well, maybe we should tell them that that's not going to work unless they plug it into the other battery. Just saying. You know, it's like, nope, just keep going. You know, so we got in the car and we left. And we're like,
What a douchebag.
what, us? No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they were, you do that thing where you're walking by and you make the eye contact. And so it kind of initiates, like, do you need some help? You know? But they were purposely avoiding our eye contact. And we're like, nope, okay, well, maybe they got it handled. Maybe they're waiting on someone.
Maybe you're like, do y'all need help? And they're like, no, we got it. Okay, bye.
Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe they knew how to do it. Maybe they're just taking a little break or something.
Like that happened to be one time with, I was walking and I saw a lady, her car overheated, but I wasn't there yet. And as I was getting closer to the car, she was still trying to run it. The motherfucker's like blowing all this steam out everywhere. And I was like, hey, you know, your car's overheating. You might not want to run it. You know, you might want to turn the shit off. And she happened to live in the same apartments that I lived back in the day. And so I'm like in the apartment outside. And then she kind of yells out. Of course, she wasn't very far, maybe, you know, a couple apartments down. And like, yeah, this asshole didn't even want to, you know, didn't help me. He just tells me my car's overheating. It's like, I'm very aware of that. And, you know, but she was kind of being rude about it. And I'm just like, help you do what, bitch? You're like parked and you're running your car and it's overheating. And sorry. No, but I just thought to myself, like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what you want me to do. I just told you turn it off because it's overheating.
Yeah, because you were trying to run the car.
Yeah.
It's like it's not going to cool off.
Yeah, it's like dumbass. So then I thought
I'm
to myself,
very aware of that.
yeah, well, she was being real rude. So I just thought I didn't say anything, but I thought to myself, like, that's why nobody helped you, bitch.
Like, I can go break into your car. No,
Yeah, right.
that's how you got your first felony. No. No, because when we were walking by, I kind of thought of telling them that. You know, it was like of telling them what to do as they're walking by. But then I thought, no, they probably think I'm being sarcastic or something. We're trying to be like an asshole, you know. And so I didn't. So we just kept on going on our way.
I've been a good Samaritan every now and then. Like I've seen people with flat tires and stuff, and I'll pull over only when I have my jack. Because sometimes I have the big jack that just pumps.
Yeah.
So I see people like struggling with that stupid little jack that comes with the cars. So I'll pull over.
The one that you have to.
Yeah.
Like
I'll pull over real quick. It's like, hey man, here I got a jack. Boom, and then we'll jack it up real quick. Like, oh, appreciate it, and they'll give me like $5 or something, and I'm like,
and that's
don't
cool
worry about it, you know.
But something like that, I mean, they look like they attempted to do it, and so I mean, they were halfway there.
Yeah. They and I know how much because I've been in the side of the road with those fucking jacks, and I was like, God damn, seriously, why do you fucking even put these on the car? It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
The ones that only have like that little space or whatever.
Yeah, you're paying like 40 grand for a car. Throw a nice jack
in there. Yeah, I know.
Especially because when they're trucks or big vehicles.
Yeah, you need the big ones that pump. Not the small little ones that little crank. It's like
you're there 45 minutes trying to lift it up.
It's like it's not working.
Yeah. And then you fucking lift it up and you forget to loosen the lug. So you're like, fuck, I gotta put it down.
There's no traction or anything.
Yeah, so I was like, put it down or put the emergency brake.
Sounds like,
yeah.
Did you do that your first time changing your tire?
What? I still fucking do it.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Fuck. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I forgot to loosen them and I already raised this bitch. So I'll go put the emergency brake.
You're trying to look like my roommate's not here.
Yeah,
right?
nobody's
looking over your shoulder and shit.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, poor guy. And then you pass it on to your kid, and your kid's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, and I'm like dumbass.
Hit him in the back of the head. Like, I saw you do it. I learned it from watching you.
As I say, not as I do.
I know, right? But, I don't know. This is
the ones that get on my nerves are the people that come asking for gas or gas money.
Well, yeah, those are just beggars. You mean from the gas station?
No,
like right there?
Like sometimes there'll be people that are stranded in the gas station. They'll come with a little jugs, like, "Hey man, you got like $5 for some gas?" Like, fuck you. No, I don't. Why the fuck are you driving your car without gas? How did you get here? First of all, I mean, if you saw the fucking needle on E, why the fuck did you drive if you didn't have any money? Ask for money and fill it up before you come asking.
There's this one guy that had trouble with his car. We're at a gas station. He had trouble with his car. And he's like, yeah, my car's over there, man. I'm having some trouble with it. Do you think you can help me out a little bit? And, so I said, wait, which one's your car? Oh, it's over there. This is like at a racetrack, so like multiple cars and whatever. And so I'm like, well, which one is it? He's like, oh, it's way over there. I'm like, well, which one? Mm-hmm. Maybe we can help you. He's like, oh, no, I just need a little something to put in the tank or something like that. But I'm having a little trouble with it. And I said, well, what is it that you're having trouble with? Like pumping the gas or something, or I don't know. But like he couldn't point out the car. So I thought, wait a minute, he doesn't have a car, because it's like, it's literally like over there somewhere, like.
You can't see it.
Is it that Corvette right there, or is it that Escalade that's over there? No. Is it that little torn up Honda with the Mexican lady with the 5 kids? No, that's not it. Well, then I don't know which one you're talking about.
No, I've had people multiple times. They're like, I always say I don't have shit. One time I even said like, man, all I got is card. It's like, that's fine. I can just pump whatever, I was like, fuck you. No, I ain't giving you shit.
And it's like, I earned these, damn it.
Yeah. It's like, if I don't have any gas, I'm not going to leave my house unless I have money to pump the gas, Mm-hmm. Like there was this guy at
or except when you're on your motorcycle. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I've run out of gas on a motorcycle when I fucking pushed that damn thing like 2 miles to the gas station.
I know,
like,
fuck.
Even pushed it over here when I ran out of gas.
And you're like, I guess I'll just take an Uber home.
I don't fucking call people and like, hey, you mind helping me out? I was like, fuck, I can do it. I'm capable. I was like, I'm not a pussy.
That's right. Except when it's time to go home. It's like, you can't stay here, Luis.
No, so I hate that. And there was this one time there's a guy came up. He's like, hey, man, you mind if I have a couple bucks? We're trying to eat and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Not eat. They wanted some gas, I think. I don't remember.
Money. They wanted money.
Yeah, but then he had a little girl with him. And I was like, God damn, bitch. Like,
Man.
But I was telling him, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing on the street at, 11 at night with a little 6-year-old girl, So I gave him some money, and then he went and bought ice cream, so she was all happy, and I'm like...
Well, I'm glad.
But no, it's just like...
What are you doing out here? What's going on? What's your situation? How did your situation get so bad that you have to have your little girl out here?
Yeah, and ask for money for gas. Because that's what they were asking, money for gas. It's like, why are you taking your little girl in the middle of the night? I mean, fuck, I probably helped evade he probably kidnapped her. She seemed happy though, so
I know, right?
Maybe not.
Well, maybe not. No, we were at this gas station where it was over here at the Fox on Harry Hines. And this woman walked up to me. She had her little girl with her, and they were asking money for food, I think, or gas. They're asking for money. That's the thing. They're asking for money. I didn't have any cash on me. And so I said, well, I have some bottled water. And she's like, well, I already have bottled water. Like, she showed me 2 bottled waters that she was holding. Her daughter had her own bottled waters. Like, yeah, somebody already gave us this. The daughter is like holding it up like, see, you know. And so I'm like, I just didn't get this legit feeling from them, but because the daughter's just silent, not saying anything, you know, and I'm like, I'm sorry, if I had any cash, I'd give it to you, but I don't have any cash. Like, I literally just spent it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So they're like, that's okay. So then they walk off. And then we get in the car and we're driving off, and we're about to drive off. And then I think, holy crap, no, I got $150 out from work at the ATM. I never took it out of my pocket. I mean, I never took it out of my wallet because I know I never carry cash on me.
Yeah.
And so that day, it's like I took out $150 for something. And I thought, oh. So I'm like, I go looking for them. And I can't find them. Finally, I find them like on the side of the building. And they're there just sitting, the little girl sitting on the ground and the mom just standing against the building. And I tell her, oh my God, you know what? Like, I totally forgot that I got all this cash out. Like, I completely forgot.
I forgot I have $400 in my wallet and I could
you can't-
easily be killed.
But I'm like, but I'm not going to give you any. But I just wanted to let you know, bye. No. I gave her $40 because I figured that I'm thinking that's enough for one night at Motel 6 or something.
No.
Is it? I don't know. Did it go
They're
up?
like $69 for a night.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, you
Oh,
fucking dirtbag.
I don't know. I give her $40.
At least I can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
enough.
go get your kids something to eat.
Yeah.
You know? But, because I felt like such a hero afterwards. But then I realized, God, that was kind of a dick move also. Because I was like, I had it the whole time. And I didn't realize that it was in my wallet, like, at all. And I thought that's so careless of me to think that, you know?
Very careless.
It was very careless. And then I remember, oh, wait, I was supposed to pay somebody back with that $150.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that's what it was, you know. Oh, the lawn person. And so,
So you're gonna go back?
I need that money back.
Sorry.
You know, it's like, sorry.
Give me that pizza you just bought.
I know, right? Like, oh, this is good. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take this. I don't know. It's just I feel like everybody kind of has like this scam, kind of, and especially at that gas station right over there. Like, I hate going to it because I always feel like somebody's just gonna approach me.
Yeah,
With something like a new story. Like, be creative, come up with something new.
Yeah, no, it's always the same bullshit. At the Lowe's in Oak Cliff, it's funny because there's always this black lady running around in her little, you know, those.
Short shorts or what?
No, those
what?
little. Because I guess she's got diabetes, she can't walk. I don't know.
Oh,
She's
like
a
those
big
little
lady.
scooters or whatever.
Yeah, the ones they have at the stores. Like, she'll ride around the parking lot asking everybody, like, "Hey, you got some change? You got some change?" I'm like, this bitch, and like, she's a regular. She's there like every other. She's been there like.
She's
every
like an
time I go.
employee. No.
Yeah. Yeah, because every time I've been there, she's been there and she'll say, like, hey, you got $1? That bitch, I ain't got no money. But even before I can tell her, like, oh, I'm sorry, it's like she'll just start driving off.
She knows there's
Yeah.
no use.
Yeah, it's
from
like,
him.
oh, fuck this
Like,
Mexican.
well, he knows you. She knows you.
Yeah, probably. Like,
this-
goddamn. I've
this
seen her
beaner
like 3 or 4
douchebag.
times out there. Yeah, fucking.
There's some people. There was outside my work. There was this one lady that would ask for money,
Yeah.
and one day she would always stare at me. She always look at me. And she goes, "Gosh, you're cute." And I go, "Oh, wow. Well, thank you. I don't have any cash." And I remember one time, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, this one time, I did give her some money, and I think it was like maybe $4, $5. And I was with a coworker. We're coming back from lunch, and then she says, "Oh, just $4." That was, you know, because I think she was trying to get something to eat, but she was complaining about the $4. My friend, she like turns on her and says, "He just gave you $4 for nothing. How dare you? You know what? You give that back." And she takes the $4 from her and gives it to me. And it's like, how dare you? It's like, he was just giving that to you for no reason, and you're complaining about how much it was? And I'm like, oh, go girl. You know,
Yeah,
like,
like,
okay.
wow, yeah, girl
yeah,
power.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like waving my hand like, bye.
No, one time I had this dude come up. He's like coming up. I was like, say, bro. He's like, say, man, I ain't got no money. And he's like, whoa, hey, man, I just want to know how you get to here because I'm a. Like, he showed me the right. He's like, I was like, oh, my bad. It's like, I didn't know. He's like, everybody around here is always asking for money. I was like, shit, I don't even know. He's like, oh, I got it. Dog, that's fucked up. He left. I told him how to get directions, but I was just like, damn, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I've been in situations like that. And that's where I stop and wait until finally they ask for it, even though you already know.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, let me hear them. Yesterday, it actually happened where I get out of a gas station and I'm throwing a banana peel away. And there's this Mexican guy, like, off of this dumpster. And he's like, psst, hey, wait. And I'm like, what? He's like, ¿tienes otro banana? I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I thought he was going to ask for money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was going to tell him, I don't have any money. He's like, no, nomás quiero otro banana. I'm like, oh, okay, I do. Because I think that he saw when you open up the car, it's like right there in the middle.
3 bananas and
shit. Yeah, exactly.
I know he's got one.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I go over and hand him a banana. He's like, gracias. And I'm like, okay. And like, bye. Like, oh, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah, I've had,
he wanted food.
I've had some people, like, one of them scared me. Some old lady, she's like, blanks on my door. Like, what the fuck? So I rolled it down. He's like, you got some food? And I was like, that. And, I had just happened to leave the pizza place with half a pizza. And I was like, well, I got this and a bottle of water. And she's like, she takes it, like, snatches it.
He's like, whoa. I was going to give you 2 slices.
Yeah, wait, bitch. That's my dinner.
Yeah.
It's my lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, she fucking opened that box and, like, started, like, chomping down. I was like, oh, I guess she was really hungry. Like, she was fucking hungry.
I've done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've taken.
One time I was at Sawgrass and I had a fucking steak. And then somebody asked me, I was like, well, I got food. And I didn't want to give it to them. It was my fucking steak. But I felt bad. Like, they didn't ask for money. They asked for food. So I gave them my steak.
I guess I would have done the same. But you're imagining that for tomorrow or even later.
Yeah. It's like,
like your stomach is even rumbling a little bit. Like, oh, it's like it's missing it. It's like, I'm so sorry. You're apologizing to your stomach.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there goes that.
I give them food. Like,
food is pretty good. That's not bad.
Oh, what about buying them food? Like, I've done that where, like, I'm in a convenience store. It's like, I'll get you a meal. And so this homeless guy was so happy about it. So he's like, well, here, I'll get you a sandwich. Do you think I can have, like, a fruit also? And I'm like, sure, get yourself a fruit. And he's like,
yeah.
Well, what about something sweet? I'm like, okay, well, go ahead, get yourself something like ice cream or whatever, like ice cream bar. So he's picking out his ice cream bar. This is taking a little time, by the way, like him doing this. And I'm like, well, what about something to drink? It's like some water. He's like, well, maybe like a juice or a soda. I'm like, holy crap. It's
well,
like,
I've usually just gotten in there and said, like, they've asked me for money and it's like, hey, man, I can get you something to eat if you want. It's like, yeah, cool. So I just go in there and give me a number 1 and extra, whatever.
well, this was at 7-Eleven.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, see, it wasn't like food. Yeah.
But they have a thing there where you can't hand somebody money.
Oh.
Like, and they won't make you the sale either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if they see you handing someone money, like if they're asking for it, then because that happened before to me where, oh my God, this is so horrible. They kicked me out. Like the lady kicked me out. And I'm like, I'm just trying to we're going to make a purchase. We're going to buy it. I'm like, I have money. We're going to buy something. No, you need to get out. You get out now. And so I'm like, okay. So then I leave. And then I was so pissed off. Like I told everybody at work, it's like, you know what, I'm going to go back tomorrow and, I'm going to make a big deal about it. So the next morning I go back to the same 7-Eleven. So I buy a donut and I have chocolate milk and all that stuff. And so I see the same lady and so then I hand her the money. And so she's making the change. And so I tell her, it's like, so my money's good today, right? She's like, yes. Because apparently it wasn't good yesterday, right? She's like, what are you talking about? Remember, I was here yesterday. I was helping that homeless man. I was actually going to buy him some food. Remember? But apparently my money wasn't good then. You told me to get out.
Oh, and she explained to you what the deal was?
No, she's like, that wasn't me. I didn't work yesterday. And I'm like, oh,
really?
My bad. Oh, yeah.
You fucking chinks look the same.
feel so horrible. I'm like,
Like,
oh,
damn
crap.
you Vietnamese in your eyes.
Well, she was Indian.
Oh,
She
you
was-
too.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oops. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, damn it. Like, I had this whole plan in my head and shit.
How to bitch and
Yeah.
get backfired.
Oh, yeah. But
That's
anyway.
funny.
So, anyways, it looks like by the look on the clock that we're kind of
Yeah,
we're running out of time here. Now, was it so hard, Luis? Was it really that hard?
No, I think we should fire Keith.
I know, right? It went kind of efficiently. We actually talked about shit that mattered.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
homeless people.
Yeah,
Now,
he-
now they're going to get back like, I don't like that guy that doesn't want to give people gas money.
Right.
Fuck you, that's my gas money.
Well, Keith used to work. Keith used to work selling stuff at gas stations.
Oh, fuck that.
You know, like the people, because it happened over here at the Fox. He didn't work there, but someone that sold a similar product. This hot girl, she walks up and says, "Hey, would you like to buy this?"
to clean your car?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at right here down the street.
He used to work for them. It's like
What a
apparently it's like an
fucking-
organization or something like that.
I like that little black kid on YouTube that he's
Which one?
trying to sell that cleaning. He's like, oh shit, but it won't clean my skin because my skin color
Right?
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
he's-
Keith was not that creative.
Oh no, but yeah, I was pumping gas, and they're like, "Hey, man." Well, they didn't even ask. Actually, they were asking the guy next to me, like, "Hey, y'all want to buy this? Check it out." Like, and she cleaned his car. It was a girl in the car, and the car really did look shiny. I was like, "Man, that's good." But that's probably the good stuff. The one they give you is
It's probably the shitty
yeah,
stuff.
the watered down stuff.
No, what they would get us is that, and proceeds. Some of the proceeds go to like breast cancer donation or something like that. And so I'm like,
well, I don't
oh.
have breasts, so
Right.
thanks anyway.
Yeah, thanks. No, but and they use good looking people. They use the girl was hot.
Yeah.
And you know, so I went ahead and bought one. Oh no, I didn't. I wanted to, but and I didn't have cash. So it's like, oh, sorry, I couldn't take it. And then I didn't want to use my card. So because I told him I didn't have it with me.
Yeah.
I wanted an out. I was like, if I had cash, I was gonna do it. And then I looked and I'm like, oh no, I didn't have cash. So I'm sorry, man. But
Yeah, no, this was a couple kids out there. I mean, old kids, I guess, like 19, 20. But yeah, they were trying to sell that stuff.
But I remember that's when
They actually sold a few. I was like, bitch, I don't want that shit. I'm in a company truck. I ain't gonna watch-
Right.
I ain't gonna watch this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, they pay me to do this. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pay my own money.
Yeah.
But anyways, but that's when K-Rod was between jobs and was, you know,
One of those times.
well, he was really good he's a really good salesperson. But anyway, he doesn't know that. All right. Well, next week we'll have K-Rod back, so you know, brace yourselves, people, I guess, and maybe we'll all go to the gun range or something, and we'll put like some antlers on Keith. Maybe we'll go hunting. We'll put some antlers on Keith. Like, here, hold this. We'll be back. All right. Well, we'll talk to you later.
All right. Well,
Bye.
yeah.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.